It is Friday, July 10th, 2026. Welcome to First Alert Weather Extra. I am Chief Meteorologist Sam Argier. This is our digital weather show streaming exclusively on fox5vegas.com and on our digital channel, Fox 5 Vegas Plus. We've made it to the weekend. It's been a hot week. First week, we've actually hit 110 degrees this year in Las Vegas. So we've been feeling the hot, dry weather, but the first alert is out. Big weather pattern change for next week. The monsoon is waking up. So we're going to dive into what that means, what you can expect. If you're a fan of thunderstorms in the summertime, I think you will like the forecast for next week. Plus, meteorologist and chief drone pilot Ted Pretty has some fresh drone video in from the LDS temple that's being built around the Northwest Valley. We'll be showing that at the end of the broadcast this afternoon. So welcome in, and let's start by taking a little tour around the Las Vegas Valley. It's been hot, it's been dry, it's July in southern Nevada. You can tell there's not much moisture in the air. Look at the blue sky, not a cloud in sight. This is our sunset camera right across the street from the airport. Downtown Summerlin camera, blue sky there, and the Las Vegas sign. Everybody lining up to get their picture, even though it is pushing 110 degrees this afternoon. So we got a lot to talk about here, and this is really exciting if you're a weather fan, because this is the time of year we can see the weather pick up. So we're looking at temperatures actually coming down as we head into next week, but it will come with some more humidity. And speaking of temperatures, I want to start here. This is looking at the last 30 days around Las Vegas. Now, I don't show this graphic on the air on Fox 5, frankly, because there's a lot going on, and it's a little confusing if you can't be stepped through it. So here on First Alert Weather Extra, we have some more time to dive into the weather, so it allows me to kind of explain the graphic to you. Not that hard to understand, and it's a really great visual, actually. The colors of red, the red line you see, that's the normal high temperature. The blue line, that's the normal low temperature. So you can see the spread each and every day from the high and low temperature. You can kind of see a trend. Much of June was actually above average, not only the high temperature, but the low temperature as well. A seventh warmest June on record in Las Vegas, so we definitely felt that hot, dry weather. We did see a bit of a dip in late June as we wrapped up the month. Those highs in the 90s did come with a little bit of rain, not a whole lot. We saw a couple hundredths of an inch of rain at Reed Airport. It did break our dry stretch. We were going on more than 120 days without measurable rainfall in Las Vegas. That did break the dry stretch at Reed Airport in late June. So far, July has been dry. We are expecting that to change next week. But the temperatures have been up there. We've been right around that 110 mark for much of this week. 111 was the high on Thursday, the hottest day so far this year. And we will keep temperatures going right around the 110 mark as we head into Saturday as well. So looking at our First Alert weather headlines, Saturday, our last hot and dry day. Now, when I say hot and dry, I mean more dry than hot. I mean, we're still going to be feeling heat. It's still July, but the high temperatures will be coming down a little bit. The dry air, though, that's what's changing. The bone dry conditions we have outside on this Friday going away. We are looking at more humidity coming in, more atmospheric moisture. And then Sunday, our transition day, you will notice more cloud cover on Sunday. And we do have the opportunity for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms in and around southern Nevada. So that will be our first opportunity for some raindrops, and that chance will continue throughout next week. In fact, every day next week, I am expecting some pop-up showers and thunderstorms around southern Nevada. So we are looking at a big pattern shift. Here's satellite and radar. You can see not a cloud in sight on this Friday afternoon as I record this. Showers and storms well off to the east of us. But this right here is a great visual of the monsoon. Now, when you hear monsoon, a lot of people think when you see a thunderstorm, that thunderstorm is a monsoon. Actually, what the monsoon is a seasonal reversal of the wind. So what does that mean? Well, typically much of the year, especially in fall and winter and even into early spring, wind flow comes in more off the Pacific Ocean. Let's call that a westerly flow. But during the monsoon, the wind shifts more out of the south-southeast, and that allows that humidity to come in. So these colors of yellow and green you see on the map, that's more water vapor, more atmospheric moisture moving into southern Nevada. And this is really a textbook monsoon setup as we head into next week. What I mean by that is high pressure, the big blue H, it sets up right over the Four Corners region, right where Arizona, Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico meet. That's the sweet spot. Clockwise wind around high pressure changes that wind direction, draws the moisture in. That brings the humidity, and of course humidity and atmospheric moisture, that's the fuel you need to get thunderstorms going. So we will have that in place starting Sunday and continuing through next week. Now, a few things I want to mention about the monsoon. Now, some days, if they're very active days, we can get fairly widespread thunderstorms around the valley. But a lot of the days during the monsoon are more localized thunderstorms, more isolated thunderstorms. So you can have a thunderstorm over one neighborhood, you go a few miles away, you can see sunshine. It's that type of an atmospheric setup. That's how thunderstorms are often during the monsoon season. Mountains will be favored, and the reason for that is what we call orographic lift. As that moisture comes in, it hits the mountains and it's forced to rise. So you'll notice during the next week, you'll start to see those cumulus clouds kind of bubbling up over the mountains first. They get darker as some showers and storms start to go over the mountains, and then we could see some of that activity drift into the Las Vegas Valley. That's why the afternoon and evening is often favored during monsoon season, because the main catalyst to get these storms going is the heating of the day. Once we start to heat the ground, air starts to rise. When there's moisture in the air, that water vapor cools and condenses in the clouds, and we see showers and thunderstorms form. So I do want to mention that. That's the thing with the monsoon. It's often very scattered thunderstorms, but the mountains will be favored, and that's usually the case during monsoon season. Do want to let you know about this, and this is something that I think really needs to be mentioned, is that we can get gusty outflow wind from the thunderstorms. A lot of times, we see flash flooding, lightning, all things that we can see during monsoon season, but gusty outflow wind is often a threat. And looking at this atmospheric setup on Sunday and Monday, I think we've got a pretty good probability of seeing some of that outflow wind make it into the Las Vegas Valley, starting Sunday, continuing on Monday. So be mindful that wind can pick up suddenly, even if a thunderstorm is not right on top of you. So if you have outdoor plans, maybe Sunday evening, could see some of that outflow wind, and again on Monday and for next week. Pattern's going to hold. As I mentioned, every day next week has that potential for some pop-up showers and thunderstorms across our area. So we are looking at a more active weather pattern across southern Nevada. Let's take you through future track. It is sunny on this Friday. Saturday is going to play out very similar to today. The biggest change on Saturday, you'll notice a few clouds rolling in, but still ample sunshine and a lot of heat. We've got the forecast high at 111 on Saturday. Sunday will be more cloud cover. I do think you will notice a little more humidity out there on Sunday, just a smidge more. The humidity does look to build throughout next week, especially late next week, but I do think you'll notice a little bit of humidity on Sunday. There's the thunderstorms popping over Mojave County, Arizona. This is 5 p.m. as we head into Sunday evening, and those thunderstorms could bring a little outflow wind, and this is 8:30. You can see a little green around the Las Vegas Valley, so we cannot rule out a few pop-up showers and isolated thunderstorms on Sunday. And then as we head into Monday, this pattern's going to continue, more of that moisture surging in, and that will bring the potential for some more of these scattered showers and storms. Here's wind future track. Friday afternoon, we're feeling the hot breeze out there. Kind of feels like the blow dryer's turned on with the dry air, the hot air, and that wind out of the southwest. And then Saturday, we'll see a little breeze in the afternoon. Saturday, again, dry air still in place, just a few fair weather clouds, and we'll definitely feel the heat, 111 the forecast high. Sunday, let's head into Sunday evening. That time, remember I showed you just now the thunderstorms over Mojave County, Arizona? You can see those colors of kind of orange and red popping around Green Valley, Anthem, Henderson. That's the potential for some of that outflow wind coming on in. So we will watch for that heading into Sunday afternoon, late afternoon, evening. And then again on Monday, could see some of the outflow wind as well from nearby thunderstorms. So here's our first alert calendar. We always lay out the next 2 weeks, highlight the days with the most impactful weather. A lot going on. As I mentioned, every day next week has that potential for some thunderstorms, but I did want to highlight the days right now that have kind of the best chance of some activity in the valley. Saturday highlighted, July 11th this weekend. It's just hot and dry. It's highlighted because of the heat. We're back up around 111. We'll see that afternoon breeze a bit. Sunday, our transition day, did not put the red box on it just because it's pretty slight shower and storm chance. I do think Monday and Tuesday, the 13th and 14th, a little bit better opportunity for some of these scattered showers and thunderstorms. And then another slight shower and storm chance Wednesday, Thursday. And then right now, still a week out on this, so we're going to be monitoring it closely next week. But increasing storm chances Friday, that's July 17th, continuing into that following weekend. So we are looking at more humidity potentially moving in. And think about the atmosphere like a sponge. like you may have by the kitchen sink you do dishes with. When that sponge doesn't have any water in it, you could squeeze it all you want. You're not going to get much out of it. But when you soak that sponge in water, it's holding that water, and we are looking at potentially more of that atmospheric moisture in the atmosphere. And when we do squeeze some of those storms out, we could see a little more activity. So we'll be watching for that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Right now, Friday, Saturday, looking to be the two most humid days next week. I do think you'll notice that. And of course, that will come with some pop-up shower and storm chances. So here is the 7-day forecast. We've got the heat still continuing. I mean, I mentioned the hot and dry weather. Last hot and dry day is Saturday, but I mean, we're still talking triple-digit heat. It will just come with some more humidity. So 111 on Saturday, 107 on Sunday. There's the increasing shower and storm chances Monday, Tuesday at 103 and 104. And then another slight shower and storm chance Wednesday, Thursday, before increasing storm chances on Friday. And you'll notice Friday, 101. That's pretty typical when we see more moisture move on in. The high temperature generally not as high, but the morning lows don't get quite as cool. That's a byproduct of when you have added humidity in the atmosphere. So those morning lows into next week will stay kind of in the mid to upper 80s. So not a whole lot of heat relief. I do want to show you this graphic. This is our severe thunderstorm outlook by the Storm Prediction Center. They look at where the highest risk is for severe thunderstorms. And the definition of a severe thunderstorm is wind of 58 miles per hour or above, wind gusts 58 or above, 1 inch in diameter hail, or a thunderstorm that's capable of producing a tornado. So in Las Vegas, we could see the winds gusting 58 miles per hour and above. And when you hear severe thunderstorm warnings come down, which we could see some next week, we could certainly see some severe thunderstorm warnings. A lot of time it's because of the wind, that outflow wind I mentioned. So heading into Friday, no severe risk around southern Nevada. We've got a little bit around southeast Arizona on this Friday toward Tucson. Potential for some severe thunderstorms down there. It's a level 1 out of 5. That's the colors of kind of darker green. The colors of yellow you see over North Texas into southeast Colorado, portions of the Oklahoma Panhandle. That's a level 2 out of 5, so a slight risk of severe thunderstorms. And also into Missouri towards St. Louis and southern Illinois. We'll go into Saturday. That risk shifts a little bit higher into areas of Tennessee, and then into areas of southeast Arizona. Could certainly see some pop-up severe thunderstorms as well toward the Tucson area and southeast Arizona. Now look at this, Sunday. This goes along with what we just talked about. Non-severe, that's the light color of green, but you can see it over southern Nevada. So as I mentioned, Sunday is that day where we are transitioning into the potential of some pop-up showers and thunderstorms across southern Nevada. So if you're a fan of thunderstorms in the summertime, I think you're going to like next week. We'll, of course, be keeping you updated here in the Fox 5 First Alert Weather Center. But before we do go, I mentioned it, meteorologist Ted Pretty, also our chief drone pilot, always getting great video from the Fox 5 drone. And Ted has been flying drones for, boy, more than a decade, number of years. He always gets amazing videos. So this video comes in from the northwest Las Vegas Valley of the new LDS temple that's being built right now.
Construction on the new LDS temple in the Lone Mountain area of Las Vegas continues. The project was approved in July of last year. The temple off of North Grand Canyon Road would be 70,000 square feet, and a meeting hall would add another 15,000 square feet. The property would have around 500 parking spaces. Church officials say Nevada is home to nearly 200,000 Latter-day Saints and about 350 congregations. I'm Ted Pretty with your Fox 5 Drone Cam.
Thank you so much, Ted, and we'll be featuring Ted's drone video during First Alert Weather Extra as he gets some fresh video in. But that'll do it for this edition of First Alert Weather Extra. I'm Chief Meteorologist Sam Argier. As we do enter this more active weather pattern next week, always know that your First Alert Weather team here at Fox 5 will be all over it. We've got meteorologist Les Crittenden. He'll have you covered this weekend. Meteorologist Kendall Kim before you get out to work. She's got you covered in the mornings. I'm covering the afternoons and early evenings, and then meteorologist Ted Pretty covering the late nights. He's on the 7, 10, and 11 o'clock newscast. So we'll be here for you. We'll get you through it every step of the way, and keep it here on First Alert Weather. We will, of course, have the updates. That's it for this edition of First Alert Weather Extra. Again, I'm Chief Meteorologist Sam Argier. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you back here next time.